Okay, so I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock that I've actually trimmed down to, kept the 11-inch wide, but took it down to 8 1/8 inch tall. That is so once we have this binding done and put it into our books, we've got a little bit of room at the top and a little bit of room at the bottom of our covers and spine. So we're going to score this, and the first score we're going to make is at 1 1/2. So you want to score, I'm sorry, let me back up a second. 11 inches across the top of your scoreboard, and the first score is going to be at 1 1/2, and then 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 6, 6 1/2, 7, 7 1/2, 8, 8 1/2, 9, 9 1/2, and we're stopping at 9 1/2. Now we're going to take a pencil and we're going to mark each section. So starting with the wide first section, we're going to make that an F section for free. And then we're going to mark each other section, and you're going to mark these on the bumpy side, or what's traditionally called the mountain side. So it's 1, 2, 3. So you have free, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we start again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then the last wider panel is F for free. Then we're going to glue numbers 2 and 3 together all the way down our sheet. We're going to put glue on, here's my glue on the number 2 side. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, before you put the glue down, bend number 2 towards number 3 like this, so that all you see when you bend number 2 to number 3, all you see is 1 and 1. You don't see the 2 and 3 anymore. So I'm going to put glue on number 2. Yes, you can use tape for this, but I have had tape release after so many years. Even the red line stuff, hate to say it, but I've got an old book from 1999 actually, that's falling apart. Okay, now we're going to go to the next section with 2 and 3, and we're going to bend 2 towards 3 and bend it back. So now I see 3 1s. We're going to open it up, put glue on number 2, all the way down. Be generous, please. And then bend 2 back down to 3 to glue those 2 together. Can burnish. And now we're going to bend the next, now you see 3 1s. Now we're going to bend the next 2 towards the 3. Bend it back so you see 4 1s. So see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, open it up. Glue on number 2. Bend the 2 back down to the 3. Burnish. And now our 4 1s are together. All right. Take number 2, bend it towards number 3. Yeah. Come on, 2. You can do it. There we go. Okay, we're going to put glue on number 2. Bend 2 towards 3. Burnish. Okay, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones on one side. Now we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Number 2 is bent towards number 3. Bend it back so you only see ones. See? We're going to open it up, put glue on number 2. Be generous again with the glue. Go back and bend 2 towards 3. Burnish. And now we've got our binding in. Okay, so now we're going to turn it to the opposite side. And you're going to lift all of what we call fins. Bend them so that they're standing up. And what this gives you is a 5-page book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will attach our pages to these fins with a 1/2-inch gusset in between. So here are your gussets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gussets. And if you turn towards the back of this, you see the F's for free space. You see all the ones together, and it shows that you have a 3-inch spine. These pieces with the F's, the free space, is what is going to get glued down. You can match up the score lines to the book openings. So you're going to glue this down, and then we can attach the pages. What I like to do on these is take each of these fins and just trim a little corner off of each. This will make it much easier to attach your pages, and you're just going to take a little bit, look, little bitty piece, so that you have an angle. And if you have an angle, and get that angle good enough, you want to cut from the bottom towards the top of the hinge, and this will make it much easier. See those angles? And I'm going to do it on both ends. And the corners are flying. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this in, and we can physically start making pages and decorating. And there you have it. I'm gluing, girls, once again. You can be very generous with your glue. You want this to stay in. And you're gluing in the free spots. And along the along the number ones. I know it's boring to sit here and watch me pour all this glue on here, isn't it? I'm sorry, but it has to be done. And there's no top or bottom on this. Obviously, these are all the same. We have even widths between. Okay, and now I'm going to put this into my spine and my covers. I'm going to try to get as accurate as I can, top to bottom, even spacing. Glue it in. Let me see if I can take this round tool, this burnishing tool, and burnish in between. That'll work. And then I'll take the flat end and burnish that. And your first score mark and your last score mark should match where your book folds, so that you'll have no problems at all with your lay flat binding. Okay? Burnish this a little bit, just to make sure. Burnish this a little bit, and we're off and running to the races. There you go. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.